Good morning and welcome to today's morning brief. First story, we've got a lovely story about TB. So there's TB fears, good old TB. Tuberculosis if you're living under a rock, but an illegal migrant in Essex Asylum Hotel has been diagnosed with the deadly disease. Um, Well, I mean, they are supposed to undergo checks when they first break into the country. Whether this one didn't have them checks or whether the person checking them, I don't know. Maybe they was having a fag at the time. But it's just what we know about all this going on, don't we? Though, and TB's actually been on the rise. The records in 2024, there was a 13.6% increase compared to the year before. So I think that's the last time actually they was like checking it. Maybe they've just given up checking now. But the the worrying but obvious statistic with this is that the vast majority of cases, 82%, are found in people who are born outside of Britain. Great. Now, there's a worrying story sort of coming out about farmers again. Labour they love bashing farmers, don't they? And if you just watch Clarkson's Farm, it just gives you an insight into the farming world, which I'm glad that Jeremy Clarkson shines a light on this, because it does give an insight that a lot of people wouldn't have seen. So check that out if you haven't seen it before. But anyway, the the with Labour plans and that, there's like an EU threat to hammer like British farmers. Um, Something about Labour's Brexit reset deal coming into force. The EU is looking to put a ban, like an immediate ban on pesticides that are legal in Britain, but they're banned in the European bloc. Um, that's gonna have an impact on farming, like all of these things. That if they are against time and they can't implement what needs to be implemented, it just shatters the farming world. And they've been hit so many times, it's unreal. And it's part of the British culture. It's like I said, just look into what the farming world in this country gives to this country. It's shocking how Labour have treated them. um, Back to Labour again for our last story, and this is a real worry, because Labour, they've got plans to force social media platforms to promote trusted and accurate news outlets, such as the BBC. Um, but this is obviously going to promote like woke lefty stories. Monday, government published a Watch This Space, a new strategic direction for UK media to ensure that social media companies and video sharing platforms prioritise content from public service media, and that includes the BBC, ITV, Channel 4, and that will be like pushing it into people's news feeds even if they don't want it. So basically it'll be like Facebook, YouTube, all of these ones trying to push the left wokey stories out there first, and they've got to prioritize that. So if that is not controlling the way this country's run and how we get our news and our sources from, so they know that people are seeking alternative sources rather than the mainstream sort of media. So now they're going to target your social media platforms so they can push that woke left narrative onto you like that as well. So they can tap into that mind and just work on it propaganda style. Brilliant. So this is one thing that we as a country need to push back on, definitely. Anyway, have a great Friday, and let's make this country great again. Say it straight.